Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and I'm kind of wanting to cut that thing in half. So it's called a Stormfire. Looking at it, it looks like it's a combat-capable craft. So let's take a shot at it really quick. Besides, I just like the way that this thing sounds when it's charging up, you know? I'm seeing command deck, which means engineering should be in the middle. So let's see if we can maybe cut that thing mostly in half. Mostly in half. If the system hadn't lagged, it would have been 2 pieces. Alright, so this is going to recharge, and we're going to get started. So let's go. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and that the Monday has been kind to you thus far and will continue to be kind to you for the rest of the day. Oh, so last time we were together, we were talking about working on the engineering section. And I'm going to be truthful here, I haven't really put much more thought into it. I've got a couple of ideas. But I'm not sure how we're going to make them work yet. So that is on the list of things to do today. We want to get some of the stuff welded up, and that I really wanted to take that Stormfire down. I'm kind of curious to see what it looked like. Oh well, is what it is. Now the other thing that we were talking about when we were together last time was setting this up so that we had refinery, and potentially moving the refineries and assemblers over here so they would be in the middle of the cargo, which would take them off of the nacelle. Now I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to weld everything up. Well, we'll keep working on what we're working on, but just to give you an idea. So if you come back, when we come back next time, if you see this portion cleared out, you know I must have changed my mind on what we were doing. So, all right. But yeah, so I'm still considering that aspect because I kind of think it would be. I don't know. I like the bulk that it adds, but I'm also thinking about stripping this entire third line off and dropping it down a little bit, just to change up this line a little bit more. Oh, you know what we could do while I'm here and thinking about it? We could do is we could do a second line of these. Oh yeah, I have to take the I'd have to take these modules out. So if we do that, we go one. We're not too worried about all of this right now. Basically, we're just going to keep matching it like we have before. Oh yeah. And then we would have a second set of thrusters here. Helps if I spell it correctly. Hydrogen thruster. So we would end up with something that did that. I'm actually liking that line a little bit, that look a little bit better. We may end up with this. And the other benefit is if we do that, it gives us a little bit more vertical on this piece. Let's go back over here really quick. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. Because that's basically the position I was talking about moving the row above it down to. So I'm thinking, yes, we may do this. Alright, so if we go, say something like that. I kind of want to leave that entire thruster open, so if we instead do what? I know I'm getting off track for what we're supposed to be doing today, but you know, it wouldn't be me if we didn't, right? Alright, so if we go like this. Oh, that might actually work. Oh, I don't want to do that. What if we do that instead? Let's just hold that really quick. Oh, I kind of like that. Because if we do that, then we can do this to there. Like that. Oh. Oh, look at you. Because then we could, I don't know, if we did up there, and we do that. That. Yeah, see, this might work better than I had actually expected it to. Because then we can go that, like that. Alright, let's back up and take a look and see what that's going to look like. Ooh, that looks like that might work really well, actually. Right, so then we go here, and we're going to basically repeat the line that we did there. Ah, go back. Let's just weld some of this up so that we can see what it's going to look like a little bit better. Because I know YouTube doesn't necessarily carry all of the imaging through really well for you, so at least give you a better idea of what we can expect. Oh yeah, okay. I'm kind of liking the way that this is starting to evolve here. Let's just grab 1,000 of those. So what we're talking about here is we want you to do that. You to do that. And then basically we'll carry that line all the way down and have it wrap around and meet up with the lower portion of the nacelle armor here. And then I'm going to do it like a, I guess for lack of a better term, like a skeletal watch, where you'll be able to see whatever equipment we end up with here, and if we end up with equipment at all. Otherwise, it'll be a cutout where you'll be able to see like the fuel tanks in there. That could work really nicely. Okay, so let's head back over here really quick. Let's drop that off the bar. Yeah, that's looking much better. Okay. Let's bring that back so you can see what we're doing. And then, like I said, basically what we're just going to do is we're going to do the inverse of the blocks that we have in front of it. Well, I guess technically from this angle it would be the back of it. And then you end up with this. See, I'm glad I took some time to actually consider this a little bit. And then from there, it's just a basically just wrapping it a little bit more. And what I'm thinking is we may do something with this, where we go something like that. Let's see here if we go back here. Do I want to do it that way is the question. Let's see how that looks. And yes, we'll go ahead and hold this one up too. Yeah, well, that might actually work. I know what I'm thinking is we do something like this. Just to give you an idea. So you end up with something like that. And I'll probably take some of that out and we'll restructure a little bit. Because we could do, if you wanted to make it a little bit more of a scaffolding system here. Something like this, maybe. And I could even leave these just like they are. So this becomes just kind of like a scaffolding support area. That might work. That might work nicely. And then we could repeat that theme up here somewhere. Maybe. How are we doing for... Oh, we're out of... Oh, that was close. Alright. There, let's go bottle. Thank you. Ooh, good thing I stopped to check, huh? Alright. So, yeah, I think we may have an idea here for this. We've got our large thrusters for lift, and I'm probably going to add a couple of more thrusters. I don't know if I'm going to take it forward a little bit. I may take it forward for one, so that you end up with a large thruster here that comes out, which means we'd have to take just a couple of blocks out because those are 3x3, maybe 5x5, I don't remember. Is that one? Yeah, 3x3, okay. So we do technically have the space if we take that'd be 1, 2, 3, and then we have to take that out. Because what I'm thinking here is that we do one more thruster on the forward side. Are you actually there? And then we add one more back here to give us 5 in total. Let's see. Oh, we're not going to be able to because of the cargo container. Maybe I'll relocate one of these. I may relocate one. Maybe that's what I can do back here. Where are you, Scutler? Yeah, I don't know, because I like the idea of having this be actually just open space in here. Maybe do some scaffolding so that you can walk around. That actually might not be a bad idea. And we have another, and then have another section, like an aft section of the ship back here. Have basically take these off and add, I don't know, like another, well, even double that. So what is that? That's 2 tanks. So 3 tanks. So we get, say, maybe add 2 tanks in the middle, do another spacer, and 2 more tanks, which would bring it back this way. Okay. See, now I'm thinking about it. I need to do it. So what did we say? We did. I have to remember what we did up here because it's been a while. Connector. So let's go. Oh, and see, that would actually give us a reason to not have all of these be the same length either. Because that's what. 4. So if we go. Come on. Nope, not tabs. Tanks. Thank you. Let's do that. We're gonna do. I don't know. Let's go. What did we say? We're gonna add 1, 2. Right. Oh, come here, you. That's 2. So how many are we gonna add here? Let's turn it off for a second. I want to see how we line those up. That's a half a tank. So that, you know what? Yeah, it's just gonna be easier if we take the old thrusters out. All right, let's take that thruster out. It's gonna take me like 2 trips to do this, but it's okay. Yep. It's fine. Right. I just have to remember to bring plates back with me. Somebody remind me before we head back there, right? Have to catch it before it falls, right? Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that, and I'm not sure how much stuff I'm going to be building. Alright, so we said that's 3, so we're talking that we're going to do 1, 2. Yes, I did, by the way, install the maintenance tunnel mod, so you'll see those. Sorry, I forgot to mention that when we started. Normally I try to keep everyone up to date, but I got a little distracted. So we do that. Let's get rid of that for right now. see how that's looking. Oh, I like that line much better. Yeah, I think I like that line a lot better. And then what I'm thinking is that we'll actually add one more tank on the bottom. Let's see if we do that. And then we do our thruster here. That's adding, what, 3 tanks? Yeah, it adds 3 tanks and a thruster. I think I like that line a little bit better now. The line before wasn't bad, but I like having a little bit more of a differentiation between the upper and lower thrusters array. So if we do that, and then basically, I mean, we may even wait to fully define the thruster array at this point, because we don't know how much more we're going to add to the back of the ship. So it is very possible that we even have to add more lift thrusters. Because if this thing, the idea is that once this thing is out of the atmosphere, the main ship is never coming back into an atmosphere unless it has no other choice. It's going to be an orbital operation ship. It's not meant to come back in, especially under load. It should be, if it's coming into atmosphere, it should be because it's empty and it needs to do something. Like basically it's coming for a refit or something. And even that would probably be better served at an orbital station. Yeah, but I am liking the way this is coming together. So if we do that, these out, then we don't have to extend the forward area anymore. I'll probably still pull it out 1 or 2 blocks. I don't know, I almost like having all of these be at different length, honestly. Have the 2 down on the bottom be the same length. Bring this one out instead of the extension. Only bring it out to here. So basically add 2 more tanks to this one and then put a thruster in, and then you have another one with a thruster. Or reverse that even. Yeah. That could be interesting actually. So if we did, and we put a thruster there. No, we still need to bring this out further. So we'd still need to do that, but we could do a thruster here. Let's go drop supplies off, because we're going to take another thruster apart. Yeah, and I threw like 4K of ice into that system earlier. So, just so that you know that it's in there. So, if you see the thrusters turned on, you know why. Basically what I did is I needed hydrogen and I didn't want to keep having to come down here to get it. So I threw some ice into it and turned all the tanks on to auto refill. So I don't have to keep coming all the way back over here. Oh, that's right. So we're going to go take a thruster apart really quick. What I should do is bring the components up here to do one. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that. We're going to go down here really quick. Come on, there you go. Let's drop all this stuff off. We're going to remove you. Let's go cargo. We want cargo tunnel. Yeah, so hey, look at that. We have all the parts for a cargo container. And then this way I don't have to keep running back and forth to drop all this stuff off. Alright. Alright, so let's go grab our plates. I had to come back over here anyway, so... But when we go to reassemble it all... Okay, so now we were saying we're going to do another 2 tanks, right? Is that 1 tank or 2 tanks? 2 tanks. And then we want conveyor. We want two more tanks. And so see what I'm talking about here is instead of having these be even, we have this one go, say, like 1 or 2 more tanks back. Well, if we're going to do that, let's just do it odd numbers. So that's going to be 2. We'll do 3, and then we say thruster here. There you go. Step you back 1. Let's see, how does that look? So I do 1, 2. I like the offset look to it. I don't know. But if we're gonna go this far, let's go 1 step further. Alright, so we do that. We're gonna go. That should be 5, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Put this in. Oh. There you go. And then we add 2 more tanks. Alright, so we've got some time before we have to actually get this whole thing built out and assembled. So, let me know what you think. Which pattern do you guys like better? See, that's looking much better in scale. That's going to be a huge amount of ice. But thankfully, we're on a giant ice lake, so yeah, we have a huge amount of ice. I may build a scraper drill that does nothing, but go out for, you know, like, I don't know, 150 meters and take just the entire top layer of ice off. Oh, that would be actually pretty funny. So that one out there produced, are we even through the ice over here? I know, I'm getting distracted. I'm kind of curious though. I don't know if we made it all the way through the ice or not. Hey, we did make it all the way through. Just barely. Look at that. The amount of ice over here is crazy. Alright, so I'm going to have to take this apart and add a couple of pistons to it. We'll do that off camera. You've seen me build the damn thing. You don't need to watch me renovate it. Alright, so if we do that, then this one actually is going to come out a little further as well. How many is that anyway? It's 1. I lost count of how many that was. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we bring that back 3 more, give us an even 10. So if we do that, how far back does that put us? Alright, let's do at least 1 more. And what we do here is we do, say, a thruster here. Alright, and I'm thinking, let's go ahead and drop all that off really quick.
Inventory full.
Of course, inventory is full. Let's drop that off. I know, I really was planning on working on the engineering section today, but somebody mentioned, and I apologize because I don't remember who brought it up, but somebody mentioned that it was, you know, the nacelle was looking a little anemic compared to the rest of the ship. So, and I happen to agree with them. Oh, I need steel plates? Why do I... I thought those were interior plates. Weird. Alright, whatever. Yeah, it's easy enough. So we go... 1, 2, 3. So I may take... No, that's right. And see, what I'm thinking here is that we do that, and we do it this way. I may actually take that whole thing back 1. Come on. There we go. So if we do that, I don't know. I think that the 2 bottom will need to either be the same length or be staggered back more. So basically, I think we're gonna go take you back 1, and there. Yeah, I think I like that idea better because basically what's happening here is that we're going to have the attachment points here, and this allows us to tie these together a little bit more nicely. Let's turn off the lamp for right now. Alright, so let's see what that looks like from the above. Oh, look at that. Now that, that's an engine system. Wow, that's going to be crazy. And then I'm thinking we're going to add a bunch more O2 generators in here, basically just following the same pattern that we did before. So we'll have all these O2 generators. I don't know if I'm going to put engines over here or not. We've got a couple of hydrogen engines, and I'm thinking we're going to leave the hydrogen engines just to the forward section. Yeah, I think that'll... let's go. Engines. So we're going to grab this really quick. You are over there. So we'd have an engine there. Engine there. And then that would be the end of it. Okay. So it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5 hydrogen engines are more than enough. And really, the only thing we would ever actually use those for is if, for some reason, we completely lost our reactor and we needed to charge, like, batteries or something. Now, I am thinking we are going to put a defensive shield on this ship. Because of the size of the grid, though, it's going to be a ridiculous amount of power. which is why I'm kind of leaning towards having 1 or 2 large reactors. Which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of putting off the work over here, because I don't know if I want to do that or not. Because what I'm kind of thinking here is a ridiculous number of small reactors. Like I said, now we just have... Oh, you know what we could do? I wonder if we could get away with that. I'm wondering if we put our shield generator here in the middle of the cargo, if we'd be able to get away with having it in here, or if it would be considered blocked. We'll have to consider that. Alright. Alright, now one of the things that we're talking about doing is putting some kind of continuation of the ship back here. I mean, we could... We've got the passageway mod. We could go ahead and do passages. Basically, we have a walkway. No, because that would go through the hangar. It would have to come up here somewhere. Let me see here. So if we brought a walkway out and around this, and brought it down here, I would want to be able to get to the area from inside the ship as well. I wouldn't want just an external walk. Because that's also going to impact how we do our wrapper on the overall armor section here. But yeah, I am kind of liking this a little bit better. Alright, so we've got one pole that's going to be running. It'll be up in the top right corner. Do we want to have the aft portion of the thruster array be even, or do we want it staggered in some number? I'm kind of leaning towards the even right now, because I think just from the lines it looks a little bit better. Since the ship is already going to be asymmetric though, I'm not opposed to the idea of having the thrusters also be asymmetrical. And what I'm thinking is that if we do it, we'll take this thruster, remove these 2 tanks, and attach the thruster here. If we do that, then we'll take the lower thrusters back by like 2 tanks or so. But yeah, let me know what you think. And then do we want to have, you know, the potential for having these be at different lengths as well, the lower array. But I kind of like the idea of them being the same length like this, because then that way you have, that is basically a module, and then this could be basically another module. But we'll see. But I do think adding that second row, that second line of thrusters, I think actually did help with the line on the nacelle design. I think that looks much better. It looks a little bit better thought out, I think. And so we have we got this. Okay. I may bring, I don't know, I kind of like having the odd number of cargo blocks there. I was thinking that I might take all of that and bring it, basically take one line of that off, which would allow this to be a little bit more prominent, but it's already fairly prominent at this point. Need to keep an eye on my hydrogen there. And what I'm thinking is that we're going to do the same thing that we did up front, which is this, where this conveyor junction is, will be the connection point back into the hull. We'll probably run some piping or something down the line here. Maybe latch the upper to the lower tank sets directly. or I may just continue that pattern, which means we'll have to rework some of this to give us a consistent pattern all the way down. So I want to keep it somewhat uniform, and I am about out of hydrogen again. Let's go grab more. So, but yeah, okay. So that gets us that. We got enough plates for right now. Man, this is going to be a massive welding project when we're done. Holy crap. I'm already dreading the welding on this. Okay. Now I'm not going to weld this portion up off camera, but I think I will weld up the rest of the cargo blocks. But I think we're going to leave the nacelle alone for now. I'll probably go ahead and get the rest of the conveyors that are already placed, including the ones on the nacelle. We'll get all of that welded up. We still need to figure out what we want to do here. I'm guessing we're going to do... Oh. Helps if I have the right block selected. Alright. So I'm guessing we'll do something like that. And then, just because I don't like having unfinished looking things, we're going to do that. And then one of you, who was it that said it? I don't remember. Was it Mike? I think it might have been Mike. Mentioned using the wall blocks. Let me show you why I'm not doing that. Because I'm not a huge fan of these things. Because see, what we'd have to do is something like that. Now, if they had one, what I know there's a mod for this. I just haven't loaded it, and I don't know if I'm going to. But there's a mod that will allow you to have these types of walls, like the half wall and the full wall, where you can place them on an angle. I forgot they changed that. Okay, so you'd have either the one wall or the full wall, but you'd be able to do it diagonally, and I think it does it across the middle of the block. I'll have to check. So I might do that if I load that mod, but I'll have to see. But yeah, the one of the reasons I don't use these like this is because I don't like the way that they look in this regard. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably... Let me see if I can find the mod that I was thinking about. It may not work anymore. It may not even be up on the workshop now. But if I can get the diagonal wall mod, I'll probably replace this. I kind of like this because then you can come out and go, you know, look down, look over. If we put the half walls in, maybe. All right, so just because. We'll turn the light back on now. Okay. All right, so that's the nacelle. I think we're going to go ahead and go with what we have for cargo. Oh, you know what we could do? It's a shame that the shield generator for the shield mod that we're using, it's a shame that that shield generator has to be external to the ship. Because what I'm thinking is that it might be interesting to have it set up. Oh no, you know what we could do? Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if that mod will let us put the shield generator down here in between the cargo pods. Because if it lets me put them in there, I won't have a problem with the shield generator. If it doesn't let me put them there, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with it, and it'll probably be something that I build into the ship hull. So we'll have, as an example, let's see, I have to figure out where the center line of the ship is. Everything is so just kind of scattered. Yeah, I guess that works for centerline. Alright, so we're doing 5, and then we just say I don't remember how big the shield generator is. The URL for ships, you're 1 by. Okay. That actually makes it fairly easy, because then we just go like that. Of course, it helps if I use the right blocks. Let's try that again. So if we do that, alright, and we basically have it set up there. What I'm thinking is, do we want to have it raised up? Alright, let's do this. Because I'm curious as to if this would, if this counts for this being open enough. And what if this works? If we can have these placed, and the shield generator will allow us to turn on, what I will do is let's go ahead and flip view, rotate. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with the shield mod and see if this counts for being open enough. And if it does, we go something like this, and we'll replace all of these with the heavy armor blocks. But the idea is that this kind of holds the whole thing together here. We do that. And like I said, this is really just kind of a proof of concept for the design. I don't know if we'll actually end up with this. And I don't want to go through the hassle of building everything and then finding out that it's not going to work. So what I'll probably do is play with this in a separate save, or just make a backup of the save. I guess I could do it on here too. I guess we could do it in the save and just be done with it. We're gonna go something like, actually, let's do. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm liking that a little bit better. All right. And we do how many? Let's see what this looks like. And like I said, just imagine all of this being heavy armor blocks instead of the light armor that it is. And then all of this would be... Oh. Okay, and then if we did something like I guess we're not going to be able to do that. We'll have to figure something else out for that. I might change that design up a little bit. Alright. So if we do that. Actually, I'm liking the way that came out. So if we come back, I apologize. I know you're probably not able to see a whole lot of the detail like that, like we are right now, but I may pull the cargo off and move everything over to centerline it a little bit better. That could actually look pretty interesting then, if we did that. Yeah, because right now, like I said before, it kind of looks like somebody cut the ship up, and when they placed it back together, didn't... yeah, plenty of hydrogen. Didn't put it back together correctly. And I'm thinking what we could do is we'll basically take all of this stuff apart, the cargo area here, keep it in the configuration it is, and just move it over a couple of blocks. And over here, what we would do is basically mirror the angle that we have here on the front on the back, so that this whole thing just bulges out in order to accommodate the drill, the hangar area. Yeah, that might actually not be a bad idea. And then what we can do is we can... Because, of course, I do like the way that the cargo just kind of tied into that. I don't know. I think that'll be the second poll for what we're going to do here for future planning. What do you think? Do you think we should take and mirror this, basically this corner angle here, back here where the cargo is, so that we would resculpt it a little bit? Or should we leave it alone, leave the cargo where it is, and then just build the other half, work on this side of the ship? Because we still need to put our actual engineering section in, which is going to be our batteries, computers, timing blocks, that kind of thing. Our power area, which I don't know, we may do like a one-stop piece where everything for engineering is in one area, or we could do distribute it where we have an area that's our power generation and storage, and then like our programmable blocks and things. But I'm trying to decide on the line, because I do like the way that this whole thing has come out, because it's definitely a non-standard build. It does look like somebody cut up a bunch of different ships and put them together, and I'm kind of happy with that concept. But I do want it to be a consistent build, like consistent in its lines all the way through. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. And the reason I kind of need to do it now is because I'm thinking that we're gonna need to do it so that we can finish the rest of this build. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and just do the build. I mean, nothing that we're looking at's a huge amount of work, so if I just go ahead and do some work on it, let me know what you think. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a pole up in the on the card up in the top right corner. So if you made it this far, make sure you check the poll. I'm probably going to change up what we're talking about, but always feel free to leave your comments and suggestions down in the section below the video. We will have an updated description, hopefully. Well, I hope I remember to do it before this video goes live. If not, next video we'll have our updated mod lists on it. That way, for those folks who are playing along at home, we'll be able to do one-stop shopping right here on the video for it. I hate having to send you to like 3 different places to find all of the mods. This way, you know, you'll be able to just go grab it off of one list. I'll probably put a playthrough list together and put that over on Steam so that you'll just be able to go right there and grab all of the mods. Alright, so I do think we're going to call this one here. I'm going to play around with an idea for the engineering section over here. But I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to bring that entire section back to here, because it basically needs to get over to... Oh, I'm out of plates. It needs to get over to there. Let's grab... I don't know. We're just going to grab a bunch of them. There. Excuse me. Still recovering from the heat wave last week. So it needs to at least come back far enough for it to meet up there. And we're going to drop you down one line.
Energy low.
We'll clean that mess up in a second. So it needs to come back at least that far. Which will say the end of the ship is going to be there.
Low.
Ow. Damn, you killed myself. Oh. Let's turn all the notices and warning things off here. So if we come back... Ooh, I think that might work really well, actually. Right, come here, you. And again, this is just placeholders. It's not meant to be exactly where we're doing everything at. Yeah, it's not like this isn't the final design. It's the final form. It's not even my final form yet. All right. So if we do something like this. Come on. And again, it's just trying to get an idea when we're looking at it from above. Yeah, I like that a little bit better, I think. And I do think we're going to move... I do think we're going to shift everything that's there over a little bit and duplicate that the front angle on the back. And the question is that's going to give us a bit of negative space in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about it. I'll probably do it off camera and just do a trial on it and see how it looks. And if I don't like it, then I'll put it back the way it is. Alright, so with that being said, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. As I said earlier, always feel free to leave your comments and suggestions down below the video. That's what that section is for. And so I always feel bad when it doesn't get used, so feel free to throw some comments down there. If you haven't done so already, you're new to the channel, or just want to do something nice for me on this Monday, make sure you hit that subscribe if you want to be kept up to date. I'm being told that the notification system is actually working for most people, so be sure to ring the bell if you want to be kept up to date with what's going on around here and be one of the first back to see the new updates. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here on Wednesday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. All right. So we are going to go get healed up. Go get... Oh, we need to put a medical bay in there, too. Oh, forgot about that. Crap.